Welcome, everybody, back to the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. It's good to be here. Thank you for joining us. We're coming in early this week because of summer travel, so thank you, everybody who's here with us live. If you're listening, thank you for listening. If you haven't yet, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen to us. Also, come over and subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/XoneBros. Last week, we talked about Forza Horizon 4 at the very end of the show, for those of you that listened. Actually, as the credits were rolling.
Yeah, that's right.
Going away due to licensing. But this week, since then, Xbox has started DMing players. If you've bought any of the DLC as part of Forza Horizon 4, they are sending you free codes to download the game. So look out for that. If you haven't logged in yet, go check that out if you're someone that bought that, so that when it does go away, you can download it and you can still play it. The other thing is there is expected on Forza Horizon 4 to be a sale of it up to 80% off or more, July 14th.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that sale for Forza Horizon 4. And
this is all strictly because of licensing issues,
for licensing.
Right? It's music?
I don't know if that is it music. It's probably music because they have that whole radio station.
They say licensing, but it's 100% music.
Because it might be car. Because could it be cars?
The only thing that kills games is music.
Well, it does though.
Well, it doesn't. We talked about it a while ago. Like licensing for music, isn't that like a whole industry on its own?
Oh yeah. Here's the thing. With AI and what AI can do with, why would you ever not create your own music now?
Well, I mean,
in a game.
Because AC/DC exists.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But AC/DC will also get your game kicked off after your your long contract ends.
But what a run.
But what a run.
Yeah. That decade was a good decade.
Yeah, because Forza Horizon 4 had some of the best races. It had some really
good races.
And and just to be clear, so it is being removed from both Game Pass and the Xbox Store because of licensing issues. But if you have purchased it,
you can still play.
You can still play it for as long as you want.
Yeah.
And what they're also doing, just to make sure I'm clear on it, is if you've bought DLC, because if you have it on Game Pass, you get DLC at a discounted price. Mm-hmm. So if you've bought one of the DLCs, like let's say Hot Wheels, Xbox is starting to send out codes for the full game for you.
Correct.
Man, that's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
I kind of am upset that I bought the game.
So it's probably because you bought the game that they did this.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That's true. The other thing that dropped earlier this week, late last week, is GeForce Now is rumored to be coming to Xbox. So GeForce Now is NVIDIA's streaming service, and every review, everyone that compares all the services together, they're the Parsec of cloud gaming at the moment. They're the 99%. The Parsec, yeah. They're the 99% there, maybe 100% there in some cases. And actually, if you
cloud gaming,
we should actually go to GeForce Now's website where they advertise it.
Do they still have the Shield? Isn't that like why they originally did that? Like, you remember the GeForce Shield? It was like a controller with a screen on it.
Yeah, so it's a subscription service, and I was going through their subscription service, but I didn't realize what's all involved. So, for instance, the Xbox Cloud versus PlayStation.
Day pass?
Yeah, you can just get a day pass. So you do have to own your game. This is why this is such a big deal. So you do have to own the games, but then your entire library is streamed from their services, and they're trying to sell this. GeForce is positioning this as you don't need to download it on your computer anymore. It's running with RTX 4080 for their top tier price, 240. They're claiming 240 frames per second. In fact, if you scroll down, you could see it. You could see everything on there as we go down. Everything that comes with it. And everybody says it is the creme de la creme of cloud gaming, but it's because of the hardware that they're using on the back end. Same with PlayStation. So in head-to-head tests, Xbox Cloud versus PlayStation often gets better frame rates, but it's because basically Xbox's blades on their servers are Series S blades versus PlayStation's full PlayStation 5 blades that they're using on their servers.
Why are they doing that? I mean, money, obviously.
Yeah.
But
so the theory here is since this news has dropped, and the way that this has dropped is players are noticing over on Game Pass and Game Pass games that you're now starting to see options on some games play with NVIDIA GeForce Now. When reached out by multiple journalists to NVIDIA, they said, we have nothing to share at this time. A lot of people are thinking an announcement is imminent here. And in my mind, it makes sense on both sides. Number one, I'm sure this service is not that not that popular from their subscription. Their numbers are probably not that big from a subscription service standpoint. Number two, Xbox could use them for sure, especially if it's included in Game Pass. If your Game Pass games on your console, and that's where people are seeing this, are included, and you're getting it streamed to your console at what they're capable of doing, I think it jumps Xbox cloud service forward by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty exciting and it's pretty cool. We'll see. A lot of people, I don't know either way if this is a thing, if it's not a thing. Yeah, I did check. I went and checked because I saw some tweets, and it is definitely for real showing on a lot of Call of Duty Warzone, for instance, that's showing on.
So is Xbox going to have like a GeForce Now app?
No, it's built into your Game Pass. It would be built. So the theory is that it would be built into your Game Pass.
You go to Game Pass, like on my ROG Ally, for example, right? I go to the cloud gaming on Game Pass, and I hit stream Cyberpunk through NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Yeah,
and it's just right there. No
extra.
Right there. Oh, well, that's it.
And I went and watched reviews of it. In fact, you could probably pull up some videos of people streaming on to their PCs. And what's interesting is NVIDIA is not selling this as like, play this on the road. They're selling it as, don't download your game anymore. You don't need to. Don't take up space in a hard drive. Just use our service here, which is fascinating, their approach to it. And I mean, you're getting I'm not a graphics card expert, but a GTX 4080.
That's
legit.
It's
balls to the walls.
I think it's RTX now.
Oh, sorry, RTX. Yeah,
because of ray tracing.
Yeah, I think as far as the NVIDIA side, what is it? The 4090 Ti is the top.
The one that have. Yeah, the power plant.
the power plant.
Yeah. You need to get a separate tower for that.
Yeah, you need a lot of things for that.
Yeah,
bad boy.
So that's good.
In fact, right there, look at this. See how they're selling it? No game download. Say goodbye to large game downloads, updates, and patches. All GeForce Now games are always up to date, so you can spend less time waiting, more time gaming. It's not like they're selling it as game anywhere. In fact, you don't see that. Well, I guess you see all your devices right there, but you don't. That's just an interesting selling point to me. And yeah, everybody's review. I've watched like basically no latency and the frame rates that they're claiming you get, the ray tracing you get, the graphical fidelity you're getting streamed straight to your.
This is really interesting. I've never tried GeForce Now. I remember way back in the day, like when the Shield was first, but anyway. Yeah, I get their graphics cards all the time, but
look at this on all your devices. Transform your Mac into the powerful PC gaming rig you've always dreamed of. I think I'm gonna. I will download this. I will get this week. Subscribe to it, and try it out.
Yeah,
and we'll see.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I want to give it a try too. I'm actually leaving town tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So actually, this is actually a perfect opportunity to try. Yeah, to try it.
Give it a try.
So, and I'll try it on my ROG Ally, and then I think I might bring like my Xbox.
Because we talked about cloud last week, and it's what's apparent is it's not a fad, I don't think, and everybody's in. Xbox particularly is in. We talked about it last week because of the Amazon Fire Stick deal that they had, which I actually had.
Well, despite what some people say or think, it truly does tap into a whole new market.
It opens you up to 200 million users.
If you think about it, like it is a smart way to grow, not only for Xbox, for PlayStation, GeForce. I mean, look at all it's just it taps into a previously untapped market.
Yeah, and so if you could team up with NVIDIA, which is arguably
who already has the technology from what it sounds like,
already has the graphics card, and they're using it on their back end, and you team up, and it's a win-win, I think, for both companies. It'll be interesting. Rumors are flying at the moment, but this could be another step towards this massive shift that we're seeing.
Obviously, if you're seeing it on the Xbox, like stream with GeForce Now, something's going on. Like, they didn't just oops.
Oh, whoops. Oh, we were just.
How did we do that?
This was just an artistic rendition that we just.
we were just messing around.
Someone
in the
hacked
office
our system and put it in this button on the store.
Obviously, they're doing something. I mean, it's not like it's that would be a funny oops.
So there already was a partnership with GeForce Now announced a year ago, I think, but that was only for Game Pass Ultimate. So it was only for PC games. Makes sense. You're already on the PC.
Yeah.
You
So
own
now
the
they're
game
pushing it to the
technically.
console.
Now it's on console, and that's the game-changing thing.
And that's
it
where
being
we're
on
starting to
console.
see that tag.
Here's an
GeForce Now,
interesting-
right? On the console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thing too. I saw this. Some people discussing this, which I think is an interesting theory. Xbox is AMD. Maybe this next technological leap,
All of them are AMD, I think.
maybe it goes NVIDIA, the next Xbox. And maybe this is a first part of that. Maybe part of this deal is, yeah, you guys can use our technology, but we want in all your consoles.
That might be interesting.
Are they the creme de la creme of graphics cards?
I think it depends on who you ask.
I mean, you can just go look at some benchmarks. There, I would say AMD is better bang for your buck.
Yeah.
The reason I use NVIDIA is because of their partnership with Adobe
Yeah.
for my workflow. But
Hey, remember when Adobe wanted to keep all your work on the cloud
And sell it.
and sell it at any time? It was theirs.
the world is weird.
You got, you know, it's kind of funny. Like you almost, I don't want to say respect it, but it's just like, let's see what we can do. We own your work.
They shot their
You work
shot.
for us now.
They shot
Yeah.
their shot. You got to respect that.
It didn't work, so they pulled it back. Yeah.
Did we talk about that on the show?
No, we talked about before last week's show, though.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you've ever, David, do you want to explain?
Yeah, and I'm paraphrasing here, so excuse me if you know more about this than I do, and you're in the weeds.
Pretty funny.
Basically, though, Adobe had in there, they updated their agreements, their user agreements for Adobe Cloud, and basically they could access and own essentially any of your work at any time. At least is how it was being interpreted, the new agreement. Yeah. Adobe came out and removed that section from their terms of service after a big stink was made about it.
That's like, I told David this, that's like having a store sell you paintbrushes and then say all your paintings are ours now.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity. Yeah. That was funny. How did that slip through the legal team?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was
probably their idea.
Yeah, it was there on purpose. We will own everything.
Yeah, it's well, it's also kind of like, it is true. There's that meme like you will own nothing and you will like it. It is kind of like, that's why I like what Microsoft did with Forza Horizon 4. Hey, it's going away, but if you bought it, you could still play it. And here's a free code if you've supported it by buying DLC. Love that. Thank you. I think that's a good move. Because that is worrisome. Like the fact that you could just remove the game from me at any time or from servicing that game. Whereas if back in the old days, if you bought it on the disc, it's yours. Doesn't matter. It's yours.
Well, yeah, it's
Now that doesn't exist almost for any game.
Thanks, Apple.
DRM is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, it's interesting. I'm excited about this. I will check it out this week.
Yeah.
Jordan, man, sounds like he's going to check it out this week.
Yeah.
Do they have Tarkov? Because I want to see how well Tarkov performs.
Here we go. I'll go Tarkov.
Because Tarkov is notoriously a terribly optimized game, and I want to see if it can run. Because maybe
Yes.
it does.
It's available, yes.
Okay, I will get the day pass, and I will see.
Competitive games like Escape from Tarkov demand maximum frame rates and the lowest. Okay.
Yeah, if you browse this, can you scroll down?
Yeah, is there like a big long list?
Yeah, right here. Here's the benefits. So look at there. There's 3 tiers of pricing. We would get alternate.
They give you different rigs. That's funny.
Yeah, different rigs. So the RTX 4080 rig that you're getting
That's the big boy.
is the $20 a month. It's $99 for 6 months. But what's interesting is they limit you on sessions. So you have 8-hour session lengths at a time on that. And then you at the next one down is 6-hour session lengths, which is fascinating.
Wait, so how does that work though? Like
what?
for example, do I have 8 hours in a 24-hour period? Because I don't like that.
I think it's I think it's 8 hours consecutively. In fact, there's an asterisk next to it. Go down. Let's see what the asterisk
so here's
says.
my question: if I play for,
Oh man, it's super.
what I'm asking is,
There is no set limit to how many times a member can start a new session in a day. Performance dependent on device type settings.
Because basically, is it like the Wii where it's like, hey, you've been playing this a little too long, maybe you should go outside, and you can just ignore that?
Yeah. No, I think you just have to start a new session. So they must reset like their servers, I bet you.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's for server.
It's a
help.
reset.
Okay, so that I'm okay with.
Okay, so this though, keep in mind, I don't think these limitations, we're looking at what GeForce Now is offering directly to you. I think that's why they're jumping in with Game Pass. They get all the members. There's some sort of partnership brewing here. At least that's what's being theorized. And I think you would, like, none of these would matter. I think that you would probably get that $19.99 for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers directly to with that 4080.
So
Like up to 4K resolution, up to 240 frames per second. There's an asterisk on that. What does that asterisk mean?
it's
still the same
It's
asterisk.
probably like Wi-Fi, like in perfect conditions type
Yeah.
of thing.
Performance dependent on device type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So meaning, if you don't have a monitor that can push those frame rates, obviously you're not going to get that
Yeah.
frame rate.
So
So you can. I kind of want to go home and try this tonight, just on my computer and just see, because I assume it's just through like an app, like the GeForce Now app, and then I pick. Now you said you have to own your games in addition to this service, so I mean it sounds like we're stacking up a lot of money here, but.
yeah, you buy the game. But I
So-
think if you already own the game in like a Steam library,
Well, and that's
it
what
still
I
works.
assume you have to either log into your Xbox account, your Steam account, and it'll check what you own.
Well,
and you
so
just,
no, on Xbox it works through Game Pass.
Well, yeah, okay, that's anything on Game Pass. But let's say I'm on my computer. I have Cyberpunk on Steam. I have Elden Ring on Steam. Those games I saw are able to play. Like, how does it? Do I log into
don't
my
know.
Steam
I don't
account?
know.
You know, I'm
We'll
just
need to figure that
yeah,
out.
I this is interesting. I
Maybe
want to see
this
how
is-
good it is.
Maybe this is nothing. Maybe it is just a prank being played and being put on the console.
And I want to play like I want to play a first person shooter, because that's where I have like the issues.
That's where, and that's
And
where
that's
you
where I
can
sorry. That's
tell
where I
the
guess.
most.
I mean, I have issues with different games, but that's where I can very notice the issues.
I
Very
did a
much notice
video
the
about
issues.
this on my channel, and in the comments, a few people said, "I use GeForce Now, and it's legit." Like a few people.
Well, if it's like-
and because on my video I talked about how I've been experimenting, and Xbox Cloud is just not there. It's there for some games, works really well. For other games, it's really dependent on your Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And they were like, "Yeah, Game Pass compared to this is just crap. Like Xbox Cloud compared to this is crap."
Well, if it's close to Parsec, because Parsec is actually really good for games. Like, I think the best we got so far. Now, what I also want to know, so it says up to 4K resolution. I assume since you have the 4080 graphics card, you're playing games cranked. You know, so when you stream things, like is it going to look as good as if it was natively on my computer because of like compression and streaming and you know what I mean? Like, is it going to be? Because if it's, I mean,
I don't know.
that's what I want to know. Like, is it real 4K or is it like upscaled, or you
it's
know what I
definitely
mean?
compressed. It's probably real 4K because they say it's 4K resolution.
Probably look up videos, GeForce Now, Digital Foundry.
Because I would be curious to
Bet you
compare
they
it to.
have a video on
I would assume locally on your machine would look nicer, but I'm actually very because why because the 4080 is a big card, man. Like, they're obviously using it for.
Here, I was looking at it before, the what you need on it as a system to play it, and they were saying if you're doing the full 4K, you would need, like, I think download at 50 down or something like that, which tells me that they're pushing that kind of bit rate.
They're pushing hard.
Yeah, that's a lot of bit rate to push through your bandwidth. Let me find it. System requirements. There it is.
Because back in my day, a 4K video was like 20 to 25 megs.
See, right there. There it is.
So 45. So they're doubling it
So that's, I mean,
at 120.
yeah. So I mean, that's pretty strong compression, but it also would depend on the games. Some games, like a game like Tarkov, where the pixels change, every pixel changes a lot. The compression most compressions have problems.
Yeah.
Unless you have that bandwidth crank.
We'll see, and that's why I'd like to try it with because you're twitchy in a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's
If this
So here's Cyberpunk. This dude is streaming GeForce Now, 120 frames per second, 5 millisecond. Just go. I just typed in GeForce Now 4080 2024.
Okay.
And
are
it
we sure he's not using that GeForce 80 off to the side there?
No, he.
Like, are
his
we
whole
already
video is-
streaming?
he holds it up and he goes, "Get this for $20."
Because there is one off to the side there.
So that one looks.
Is it this one?
No, that one looks like the Euro, but maybe he has good stuff. I'd keep it going with that one.
Which one did I?
I don't see the one that I'm on there.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll just find one. Okay.
Oh, it's if you're on YouTube, you type that same thing in YouTube and anything.
David, I need your help.
Oh.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. There's anyways, it looks
Well, this is interesting because if this works, and it seems like if you push it through Xbox, it's going to become a lot more popular.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy a PC anymore.
that I think
You know,
is exactly
is
the
that-
calculation.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't need to buy a $3,000 PC.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but I
You're
think
still
that's
playing on.
you'd still buy your games, and then for a subscription fee, which I'm sure some people will be upset with because it's just you're stacking money on top. You know, like you buy a $70 game and then you have to pay for a subscription service, but. Playing Cyberpunk, which by the way, if you're running ray tracing 4K, like a very good-looking game that's demanding that that you would need these 40 cards to use. I mean that's cool that you can just essentially buy a PC that can handle the internet capabilities and then go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
this is interesting. I mean, obviously this is probably it may take time to perfect and get to that point, but. This is really interesting.
well, yeah, but keep in mind you're not going to be playing on a Chromebook. You still need somewhat of a PC that has little testicles, little.
Yeah,
balls.
but if you just buy, let's just say like you go to Best Buy and you buy a $900 PC, modern day.
That would probably be
have
fine,
a decent Intel or AMD processor. It would have probably, I would say, at that price point, maybe a 20 or a low 30 series card in it,
So here's a guy.
That,
this is a year ago. This is a guy he was doing Valhalla, 60 frames solid.
Well,
This
it doesn't
dude's
do. Yeah,
grounded.
let me pull that up, David. If you're going to talk about it, what?
I just type in GeForce Now 4080 gameplay.
And this is where it gets really interesting. So we're playing Doom right now, which already runs phenomenal if you have an Xbox Series
And
X.
here's your Cyberpunk.
Well, let's talk
Look at
Cyberpunk.
70 frames per second.
Here's
73.
the question. If you have an Xbox has its hardware in it, and the developers can only push it to a certain limit. The 4080 is obviously more powerful than what the Xbox has. Could you theoretically, if you're streaming through your Xbox, play these games at a higher fidelity than what the Xbox can handle?
Hold on, Pop. Yeah. Yeah. That's theory. Because look at this. The MacBook could never, ever handle. Are you kidding me? Hellblade. It's probably not even compatible on MacBook to begin with. This is MacBook full walkthrough, 4K 60 GeForce Now Ultimate gameplay that we're seeing here from YouTube. This guy uploaded this to YouTube.
It's hard. See, the problem isn't necessarily what we're seeing. The problem is the latency.
See, that's what I'm trying to. Well, we can't tell like where his
Exactly.
thumbs are.
So
on the
never
controller,
be
but
able to
In
tell-
this video, this guy, look, here's GeForce Now, Xbox Cloud Gaming, Xbox Series X local, and you can see the difference. And I've gone through lots of these videos where they compare PlayStation Cloud to Xbox Series X Cloud, and some games run better on one, some games run better on the other. But PlayStation is using bigger hardware on the back end than Xbox is.
But that's. I'm just curious.
And here it is running like
Your
GeForce Now. Look at cloud gaming is the worst in the middle.
It's
there.
just it's washed.
Yeah,
The
see,
colors are a little
but
washed.
But look at the stutter.
Oh yeah, you can see the stutter.
Whereas look, the GeForce Now is right there on par with local.
Yeah.
Interesting. It will be interesting. But Jordan, to your point,
Yeah,
that's the
could you-
calculation
yeah,
that
like-
Xbox is making here.
So could
we can take over if we set ourselves up right with. It's not just subscription based gaming, because Netflix had subscription based movies, but it didn't take off until streaming took over. You had to mail in and get your DVD black, and that was still pretty cool. It was novel at the time, but when they took over the media business was when streaming, that technology came into place, and they took advantage of that technology. I think Xbox is making that same calculation.
yeah.
We are setting up our subscription-based service here, and it's inevitable that this technology is going to enable players. There you go. You got it right there.
Well,
Well done.
I very much wonder because, like, if you're playing, so Cyberpunk, if you're playing Cyberpunk on Xbox Series X, you have the you have the performance mode, ray trace mode, all this stuff, but you're not playing at like a max setting at like as a balls to the wall PC. But
Yeah.
with this, theoretically, can you?
Theoretically, could, but look how bad that middle cloud gaming is. That's been my experience with.
Yeah, and that's where I've been at too.
With like this game, that's exactly the experience. Now, where it doesn't have that is like Wargroove. Wargroove, you got no, but that's a game that you run on a cartridge. What's interesting is look at this direct comparison. You got GeForce Now streaming with the Xbox Series X local.
So the Series X is definitely better. I still see a little bit of choppiness on the left.
Yeah, it feels like on the wind, on the hair there's a slight, but I mean, compared to the cloud, it's not even close.
Yeah, I'm really curious if you can push these consoles through this service to more than what they're capable of. I mean, theoretically, you could. Now, would GeForce do that? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, theoretically, anything's possible.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I really actually want to try out Cyberpunk on the PC.
Yeah, well, let's see. Maybe nothing comes of this, and all the rumors are incorrect. And it literally was just the test that was being put on the store there. But if something like this does come, you can see how a partnership would be mutually beneficial. You can see how
this game, would. By the way, Doom is 100% where you would notice if you're cloud gaming or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why if they say up to 240 frames in theory, that's probably not Wi-Fi, but is 60 Wi-Fi? If it is,
yeah, but I don't even need the way I'm thinking of it is I will pay a subscription service for a 4080, like if it works as advertised.
Yeah, because those are $1,200+
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they said, I could now play on my MacBook.
The thing is at a certain point, yeah, I will have just paid for a 4080 after so many years of subscription. But by that point, they're going to put the new 5080 on it or whatever their new one is. You know what I mean? Like I'm very intrigued by this service. And what's funny is it's been around forever, and I'm just now
Jordan has an erection.
Yeah. Well, I love frame rates, and if I can have high frame rates while having like ray tracing turned on, it's like
Amen. 2 more things that dropped this week. Number 1, AIM Labs. And I am so excited about it. When I was streaming, everybody, I had on my other channel, I used to stream Vigor. I was the number 1 Vigor partner on the planet. That's right.
At the time.
Yeah. And I was streaming it, and I reached this point, I was like, I got to get good. I can't just do guides. I actually have to be good. And that's when the Sniper King was born. And the Sniper King was only born and came to pass because every day for 30 minutes a day, I would do AIM Labs. But I had to do it on my computer.
Thumb calisthenics.
It's the
warm-up.
But it really helped. I mean, you could go back to some of those sniper videos, and what it helps is just like your reaction time, like being able to just really have dialed in your muscle memory.
Yeah, it tracks your improvements.
Muscle memory going, with your reticles and your sights and the whole shot. Now it is on Xbox and it is free to download. Now you can subscribe. They do put behind a paywall some of their training stuff, which is legitimately pretty good. I was watching reviews on it. We're supposed to be pretty good. But even just the basic stuff, all the basic training stuff's there, that's honestly all you would need. Yeah. I ran through it yesterday with myself and then my son. So if you ever look at my profile on AIM Labs, you'll see like progression, fall off. That's because of my son. But even my son, watching him just do 3 matches from 1 to 3, like the improvement is huge because you get used to tracking, shooting and stuff like that.
Well, what's so nice, and I was talking to you about this, David. What was nice about AIM Labs on the PC was it would import your settings from, say, Halo or whatever game you're playing. So you would have the same settings that you're practicing with.
So it has profiles.
But that's where can you import the settings from, let's say, again, Halo into that?
So I haven't looked that far into it. It does have profiles of games. So I put mine on on Warzone, because I figured, well, that's probably... It has Warzone, it has Fortnite, it has Apex, and it's something there. However, as I switched between them, I didn't notice a difference. And I went into settings, I didn't notice a change in my sensitivity. So I had to go in and manually, because it was way too sensitive for me, manually adjust my sensitivity on it. So I don't know. I didn't dive that much into it. I just mostly jumped into the training grounds and stuff like that. So, but it is super cool. And finally, finally, a tool like that native on the console,
Yeah.
built into it. So,
Get those competitive juices going.
Spicy, any thoughts? Will you be doing aim labs at all?
Nah.
No, he
I don't-
doesn't
I
need
don't
it.
He
care.
practices
He
in
practices.
game.
He practices it in his mind while he sleeps. It
Yeah. Aim labs is game time.
is game time. It
Like
is.
so I
I
will
watched.
aim labs on my opponents.
Yeah, I watched a pro like how to become pro, and they spend like 4 to 6 hours a day just doing those drills.
See, no. I don't know. I would rather have fun.
Yeah.
I'm David. I'm too old for that. Okay, I'm too old
his
to care.
His e-sport competitive career is
over.
He's
It's
retired.
He's retired.
I've won tournaments. I'm good. LAN party tournaments.
Yeah,
okay?
baby. On that though, the Valorant beta, closed beta, is right now on Xbox. Jordan the Man got codes and got 5 free codes with it? Or-
Yeah, when they invite, it's really easy to get in. Just go in and sign up. It's not difficult, and you'll probably get in fairly easy. But when you get in, they send you codes. I think it's for 5 friends, which is basically a team.
Yeah, so Valorant is here
Valorant.
on Xbox. We all had a chance. We all played. Last night was our first night playing, and it was fun. It was fun to be there. There are all of us had like UI issues a little bit, not issues necessarily, but issues with the UI. There we go, is a better way to say it. For me, I got lost at times. Like it is very PC centric. I feel like the UI where I don't see, like right in front of my face was load this character up, and I didn't see the button to do it because it was like why. Anyways, the UI was just a little bit off on that. For Spicy, you hate the big screen at the side.
Oh yeah, the damage
viewing.
tracker.
Yeah, during the
it
buy
doesn't
phase.
disappear. It would be fine if it was 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It stays on the entire match. So if you get killed and then you're watching someone else, that's one of the reasons I like games like this. It's a 5v5. David's still alive. He's 1v4. I want to see what he's doing. They have this big damage tracker on 2/3 of the screen.
Yeah. Now it doesn't do it during gameplay, which is
Well, my gameplay, no.
yeah. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but it's on his gameplay
Yeah.
when I'm trying to even help him do call-outs and stuff.
It would be nice to be able to hit a button to skip or like turn it off or something.
It gives his
Maybe there's one in
character-
the settings.
You know when
but-
you get a migraine and you can't see on the right side of your vision?
yeah.
It gives his character migraine. Mm-hmm. I would like to say, there that guy is to the right, David.
It's migraine screen.
Yeah. It's super stuff like that.
Overall,
stupid.
so for the record, I've never played Valorant before. I really enjoyed it. It's like a merge of a hero team shooter and Breakout or CSGO style.
It's a fresh take on CSGO. What's
It's
nice?
like if CSGO and Overwatch had a baby, kind of.
No.
No,
You don't think so?
because their abilities are basically like flash grenades and stuff. I mean, there is different. It's not
abilities
as
are just
it's
like-
not as hero-y as Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game,
it's very,
that
very
game,
different.
the game genre, the game style lends itself well to. I see why it's so big competitively. It's just fun. It's simple.
Well,
it's
it's
fun.
designed to be a competitive
Yeah.
game. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play for fun if you want.
So Spicy, let's start with you. What did you think of your first impressions of Valorant
It's very nice.
on the console?
It's very nice to have a working 5v5 game like this on console. We've had them in the past, and they were never polished.
Breakout
Yeah,
was the last one I think.
that
we
one
played.
had like hit registration issues.
Yeah. And this is polished. It's still a beta, but it's
Well, it's they basically just ported the PC game over, and the PC game's been out for a while now.
yeah, it's been out a long time.
How do you feel about? They encourage you to stand still for accuracy, so like to stop.
Well,
moving.
that's the
That's part of the
That's
mechanic.
the
of
yeah, that's the
play
mechanic
loop,
of this
Yeah.
game. Yeah, do you like that? Do you not like that?
No, it's something to learn.
Got to get used to it.
Well, yeah, you do the double tap, move, double tap, which is like that. You move to the left, stop, shoot 2 bullets, move to the right, stop, shoot 2
yeah.
bullets.
Instead of the strafe while shooting.
they call
style.
it like counter strafing and stuff.
If you're within 10 feet of somebody, then yeah, you can just unload. But outside of that, medium range, no, that's how you do it. You strafe, stop, shoot, strafe, stop, shoot, crouch, shoot.
It-
Okay.
the game is about accuracy.
It really, yeah.
It's
And
very-
that's- yeah. It's
that makes it a very technically mechanical game. Like it's
I mean-
input.
look, you should go in because I played with my crosshair. Like you should go in and see all the crosshair settings. Like it's
Well, yeah.
There's
I
a-
mean, basically, Riot said, "I want to make a game like CS:GO that's not CS:GO." but
And they
it's
did it.
still CS:GO.
And then
and
they
this
did
is
it.
it. Yeah.
And they used that League of Legends money
Exactly. Exactly.
and created Valorant.
And it's basically when you don't want to play CS:GO, you play this. When you don't want to play this, you play CS:GO. It's the same. It's the same game.
Yeah, smart move for Riot to bring it to Xbox.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's on PlayStation as well. So what they're doing right now is Xbox. They're not letting the PC and the consoles crossplay, which I think for right now at least is fine. And we can get into that later. But right now, PlayStation and Xbox can play with each other.
No, we were with PC guys.
No, you are not with PC guys. You were with PlayStation players.
They're the icon of the computer screen was
They-
PlayStation.
It was a
players?
computer screen and a controller because for some reason
you were on-
PlayStation and Xbox don't like showing each other's logos.
In any game.
Yeah.
They're
That's
all in any game.
If
Oh,
you were on
that's
if you were on
hilarious.
PC, like in Modern Warfare, everybody plays with each other.
Yeah.
If you're on Modern Warfare, you can see the Xbox and the PlayStation logos. But if you're on Xbox, you would see PC logos and then like a different
And
logo.
then
like
PC controller.
like a default console.
PC controller. Yeah,
The other guy.
no, it's PlayStation. It's strictly PlayStation and Xbox playing with each other. But no, I think it's good. It obviously brings more people to your game. I think what I've seen online, and I don't know because I only played the PC version for like a few days when it came out. But from what I see online, a lot of people are saying right now the console version seems to play a little bit slower, and I think that's just because like the controller, like it's not as
Yeah.
twitchy.
Yeah.
I think as time goes on and people get better, I think the console will speed up a little bit. I don't think it'll be as fast as the PC.
Yeah.
But no, I think I've been wanting a game like this on the console, and this is a well-polished game finally on the console that works. Like you shoot a bullet, it goes where you expect it to go.
Well, and it's a ton of fun, especially if you have
It's-
people to play with.
Yeah, playing with a team. I mean, I looked at it. We won 4 in a row last night.
Boom.
After
That's
losing,
right, PlayStation noobs.
We played 6 total, and we lost the first 2, and then we were like, all right,
Well, then I joined.
all right, let's figure it out.
Then I joined and we started winning.
Yeah, we won 4 in a row last night. Yeah, so it was really fun.
What are your thoughts on, we mentioned hero abilities before, thoughts on the hero abilities so far? Oh, by the way, one of the benefits of Game Pass is
Yeah, very
you
cool,
unlock
actually.
all the characters.
All the heroes are
All the
unlocked
heroes
too.
are unlocked to you
if you're
because
a
this
Game
is
Pass member.
technically a Game Pass game. So suck it, PlayStation.
So it's a
Noobs.
It's a free to play game because it's from Riot, like all their games. But
No.
If you're not going to show me your logo, suck it. Okay.
but since it's a quote unquote Game Pass, you get all the heroes for
You
free.
get all the heroes.
Now I don't know if that considers future heroes. I would assume it does.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Now, what's really interesting about this is so Riot's bringing Valorant to the console. Now, I wonder why they haven't brought League over to the console because I think League just control wise works on a controller.
My theory, we talked about it yesterday. My theory
Yeah.
is there are marketplace things that they sell for different prices that probably conflict with Microsoft's marketplace.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be the same in Valorant?
No,
My theory is-
no.
my
Valorant's
theory-
basically skins and a season pass. League of Legends is probably a lot more.
I haven't played League in forever, but League is just skins, hero skins.
Yeah,
Well, and it's also 500 characters.
And some of those hero skins are upward to $500.
that right there, that price, that right there, that there's a price limit. Guarantee you cannot. I wonder what. I bet you it's $99 on
Why would Microsoft
On
care? Because they
Microsoft.
just take a cut of that 500.
Apple cares.
Whoever's foolish enough to buy it.
Yeah,
No offense.
That's why there's some items available in games. This happens with mobile space all the time that are only available on the web. For instance,
Well, I know they have League of Legends Wild Rift, which is probably actually, now that you said it, is a mobile version of League of Legends. And I heard a rumor was that version is coming to Xbox.
Yeah, and I bet you it has to
and
do with
it's
their
probably
marketplace.
because of.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I thought it is because I think a first person tactical shooter is probably a broader audience than a MOBA, especially on the console. But I mean, I don't know. MOBAs
but
are
I
MOBAs.
think-
I think MOBAs are popular enough. I mean,
I think that falls apart because MOBA's popularity is massive.
yeah.
I think that just falls.
Because I think a MOBA. I mean, you can argue and disagree with me, like, oh, it plays better on the PC. A MOBA's like it's like Diablo 4. It naturally fits on the controller.
Yeah.
No, I guarantee
You
it
know?
has to do with some.
And I would very much play a lot of League of Legends on.
I wouldn't. I played that game one time and freaking got yelled at by the community.
Because that
Yeah.
community is
Oh my gosh! I used to think people were crazy. Yeah, the gamers are toxic. No, they're not. Who are you playing with? No, they're not. And then I played
go
League.
on there.
And then I played the League on a freaking trial server
Yeah, League is.
and got absolutely murdered
Well, I think
by the
it was-
comment section.
I think it was Dota who added team chat, and it was like, whose idea was that?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna just use Discord or like an actual team chat in the game. Oof.
No, but heroes' abilities. Like them, don't like them too much, not enough.
No, it
Perfect
just
balance?
depends on. I really like that character you were playing, Jet. I like my character that I was playing yesterday, the Russian Hanzo.
It's like
What
that
am I
our
calling it? I
it's like
forgot
that our
his name,
frame,
but he's Russian Hanzo.
it's like that our frame of reference is all Overwatch. We're like we're
exactly
oh, that's basically Tracer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the hero abilities are, you don't even need to use them. They're not powerful. Well, some of them. Okay, my ultimates are pretty powerful.
Well, and
Yes.
like if you a well placed flashbang and stuff, because some heroes have flashes that they can throw and stuff. I mean, they're tools to be used. But if your gun plays on point, which we were playing with some guy yesterday, that guy was.
On
Let's
point.
just say I sent him
We
a friend
got
request.
carried.
I sent
That
him
guy-
a friend request.
That guy practiced on aim labs.
we're level
A lot.
1. Our whole team is level 1s and level 2s, and he's level 48.
But what he like
the beta's only been out for
Well, remember you saw like what he did is he used sound to trick them, so they would look the other levels like this guy was thinking he was on a whole nother level.
This guy Valorant.
Yeah, he was a player. So, but no, I'm having a ton of fun with this game. This could be my competitive game. Like I actually bought the season pass.
Ooh,
got the season
already,
pass for this?
Yeah.
already. How
Yeah.
is it? How is it?
I mean, that's where I got that little bee skin for the ghost weapon. But no, I've been looking up videos and tips on people like what because it is kind of you got to learn the game, but
You got to
it's
learn all
just-
the characters and their
it's-
abilities.
It's been really fun. I like it a lot. It's fun. Like the last
Aren't
time,
the tips, hold on, Jordan. Aren't the tips just get good?
basically. Well, and they like.
They're like, okay, this is how you get good. Learn to aim. Learn to move around.
Well, just little things like how to peek corners properly.
Yeah,
and so,
well,
you know,
that's-
just,
yeah.
I mean, you kind of already know some of this just from playing over the years, but like you don't want to peek a corner right on it. You want to back up and then peek a corner because of angles and so. But no, it's just well, and then mostly what it's mostly been is like people going over what heroes are good and what they're because there's so many heroes that I need to learn their abilities so I can play and but it's I really like it. I mean, they had Counter-Strike on the original Xbox, and that game was phenomenally fun.
Phenomenally.
And I'm just waiting for when they announced when they announced Counter-Strike.
Marketplace guaranteed knives.
Yeah, because you can't sell the knives, so Steam can't take their cut.
Guaranteed.
or Valve or whatever. I don't know.
Guaranteed is the marketplace situation.
No, yeah, I thought maybe Counter-Strike 2 we'd get a console release with that, but no. So
See, he moved. The guy also didn't get a headshot in.
They were posting. They were.
He also didn't get a
planting,
headshot
so he
in.
had to do something.
So Jordan, you moved to the dot. You moved to the dot over the crosshair. Mark, did you?
well, no,
did you go crosshair or dot?
I have a dot.
I would-
I changed my crosshair
I
a
would
bit.
prefer a much smaller crosshair than the default one.
Yeah,
And
it's
a,
pretty
and a
wide.
Yeah, you
tighter-
can go in and
tighter,
change it.
smaller. I haven't changed.
You
it
can
yet.
change it to whatever color you want.
Beautiful.
Dots, you can non-existent. You can
What
do
color
whatever
do you
you
go
want.
with?
I went with a green for
Bright
now.
pink?
bright pink.
Bright pink.
Sure, huh. No, I don't know. Sometimes it depends on the. I'd have to play with this game to get used to like the look and feel, but I go green sometimes. I go red sometimes. I go white sometimes.
Just
So
depends,
whatever. It
yeah.
depends on the game.
Yeah.
Is white like what games do you go white on? Because is white like even in
Well,
this?
I feel like with it
White-
being white, I lose it
Yeah, white
because
feels
I
like,
prefer mine to be smaller too.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he
Or
said.
that's what they say to me.
And if you want, like, I notice a lot of.
Where have I heard that before? If you like more humor like this, consider subscribing to the show. Sixth grade boy humor.
Boy.
I think I might take off the moving reticle for like accuracy because I kind of like understand the accuracy.
Yeah.
So I don't need that.
It's because you've been watching those videos on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Wait, moving reticle?
So there's a reticle like when you're moving, it spreads out to say like, hey, here's
See,
your
you
shots.
can right now.
Your shots are going to be within this. Like you don't really need that. Well, I mean, it depends on your style,
find it
I guess.
distracting?
Well, it's just like I don't like this reticle because I think this reticle is too much in my way.
I see.
Like that's why I changed mine to be very small.
You're picky.
Yeah. I want it to be the size of the player's head. So I know exactly where to put it and then just pop,
I like it.
So.
Very nice.
But no, I'm really excited. It does make me want like man, I want to go I wish League of Legends was on the console. I could play it on the PC, but why? Maybe you're right. Maybe it has something to do with their skins and their pricing and stuff.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who's joined us live. We are doing this earlier than usual due to travel this week. But T-Buck says the standing still to shoot definitely takes some getting used to. And yeah, I died a few times because I was backing up or strafing while shooting instead of standing still.
Yeah. Well, and this is the type of I don't think this is going to be for everybody. I think this is a unique style of first-person shooter that appeals to a certain audience. Like if your favorite game in the world is Call of Duty, you're not going to like this game.
You think so?
Well, it depends. If they play Search and Destroy, they'd like this game. I would say if they enjoy Search and Destroy, this is very similar to. I mean, it's not the same.
But like the gameplay is 100% different. Like you're not dolphin diving. You know what I mean? Like you're not.
But it is a one life.
Maybe if you're Jet.
No, but it's a one life till next round type game. And in Search and Destroy, both teams have one life and they have to plan.
Well, yeah, it's the same game mode, but like the gameplay is on opposite sides of the spectrum. I would argue.
Like Warzone obviously is, and Team Deathmatch is closer, but still not the same. But Search and Destroy.
No. I get what you're saying. It's the same game mode, but the gameplay is vastly different.
I think there's a lot more overlap for people that like Search and Destroy. They would like this. That's what I'm saying. But if they don't like Search and Destroy, obviously they're not going to like this.
This is not your Team Deathmatch game.
All right, now the question I've been waiting all week to ask Mr. McSpicy.
Oh no.
Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, okay. I love that game.
Thoughts? Yeah, I heard you. Did you jump in? I heard you jumped in this week.
Yes, I did.
Thoughts on the DLC?
I suck. I suck.
Gotta wipe the rust off.
We gotta.
Were there walks taken in anger?
Isn't it kind of like demoralizing because you think to yourself like, I was so good, I got so good at this game,
well,
and then you're like, like you
to
gotta.
be fair, we're starting as a level 1
Yeah.
character and going through it and making our way.
Oh, you guys are starting over as a group.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so I haven't even gotten to the DLC yet. So
okay.
I should probably pop on my old character and play the DLC, but I am terrible. I started as a wretch this time instead of getting like a specific class.
Yeah.
And I still just have a club. I mean, so I'm giving excuses of why I suck. The club's actually pretty good, but I'm not good anymore. I'm not going to do lame labs for
Lame Labs.
I'm not going to do lame labs for Elden Ring either.
Lame Labs. What if Elden Ring came out with its own practice?
Elden Ring Labs.
Elden
Practice
Labs.
the bosses over and over.
Oh man, but no, it's Elden Ring's one of my favorite games of all time. It's so fun playing with my friends.
Do you think, because this was a hot topic this week, there should be a pause button in that game?
No.
Well, there technically is.
It's called the power button.
No. If you hit start and hit help and hit menu thing, like you can pause the game. I'm on the opposite side because there already is technically a pause button in the game. I don't think them adding a native pause button would take away from any gameplay experience.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't think.
Stay pure.
Not this game.
Stay pure.
It's I'm role playing as a Death Knight.
You want you want the crack.
But what if your kid's hanging off the chandelier and you're like, oh, freaking Morgott, gotta pause it, And
but I've died 100 times up to this point. Anyways,
one more death?
What's one more death?
Yeah, I can't say either way. To me, I get why they don't have a pause button.
It's tech. They do, like you can pause the game. So I think instead of having to hit 3 buttons to pause the game, if they made it so you just hit 1 button to
the
pause
game's
the
all
game,
about difficulty.
Can't you just go home to the Xbox dashboard?
that wouldn't pause the game. Well, that would suspend the game. So I guess you could do it.
But
that
sorry,
way, yeah.
No,
Will
wait, but then when you
suspend the game?
no, but you're on a server. You're connected to a server, so you disconnect, right?
Well, if you're in multiplayer, it wouldn't matter because you can't pause it anyway. But like in a single player playthrough game, because like if I were to pause it, even
David, look at these little icons. See the icon?
yeah, see, it's
The controller. Oh, okay. See, I thought all those were PC. And unless I was like, we're not playing against any PlayStation people.
Oh yeah. I should really just turn that off. Sorry, we were talking about
yeah.
Elden
So,
Ring.
but no, if you're playing single player in the game, you just have to hit 3 buttons to pause instead of 1 button. So, like I said, since it's already there, and I guarantee the developer knows it's there.
So you're not a purist. Spice is a purist. You're not a purist.
No, it
That's
has
what
nothing
you're
to do with pure. It's just I think it just.
I think
Elden-
it has everything to do with purity.
This is the Elden Ring purity
no.
test.
I think this is
the From Software purity test.
No,
right
no,
here.
well, no.
I think. I mean,
look at-
Jordan can go watch his YouTube videos on how to do everything. I will sit
how to
there.
how to cheese the system.
Yeah, and I will.
No, it's
I will
just
be
a-
I will be a traditional purist.
it's just a quality of life thing. Like it's not because you can already do it. I don't think it takes away from any gameplay aspect by being able to hit 1 button to pause instead of hitting 3 buttons to pause. It's just like the Stakes of America. I use that as an example all the time. This is the first time we got Stakes of America. They're checkpoints for the bosses. They weren't in any previous Souls games. It is it makes the game better without taking anything away. Because instead of having to do a run back, which let's be honest was just annoying in Souls games, you can choose to spawn right there outside.
T-Bucks
and just
is playing
just redo the boss over and over.
T-Bucks is
again.
playing it right now during the show.
It's a phenomenal game.
Jordan's just full of excuses and justification. That's what I got from this episode of the podcast.
Cooper in chat says you guys should check out the first Descendant. It's like Destiny. Ooh,
I've been seeing advertisements for it on the Xbox.
Very cool, Mr. Cooper. Well, everybody, that does us for this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in early to us. Thank you for everybody who joined us live here in chat. We'll be back next week at our regular time. Happy 4th of July, everybody, in the U.S. this week. Happy Independence Day. I went and got, you know what they sell at Costco now? Angus beef burgers. Kirkland.
Haven't they always sold
Costco
those?
native.
Always sold those.
haven't they
Not
always
Angus
sold-
beef.
I feel
No,
like
it's
they
just
have.
they've just had a quarter-pound patties.
Maybe
3/4 pound patties.
Maybe
or
Costco's brand
a
hasn't
third pound
sold it,
patties.
but it's
now
been
they
there.
have Angus beef, baby.
I'm happy that you're happy about
Yeah,
this.
Thank you.
David.
Thank you. All right, see you guys.
I'm working